Okay, here we are on the floor in my living room because on the floor is the best place to play with toddlers, preschoolers, kindergartners, kids of all ages. Now, if it's hard for you to get down on the floor, that's okay. Don't do it. You can play with your little one while they're playing on a coffee table, on the couch, at the dining room table, in a high chair. Make it work for whatever works for you. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I picked up to make a little Pom Pom sensory box, and we're going to talk about a couple things. So I went to Dollar Tree, picked up 2 different kinds of little spoons. This one is silicone with a wood handle, but small enough for a little one to be able to grab it. This one looks like I think it's like a ladle. It's like silicone, very bendy. Again, small enough for a little one to be able to pick it up. These are 2 of the smaller measuring cups. And then this came in a 4-pack of plastic bowls. There's 2 of them and a little whisk. Again, I went to a dollar store for these, and I got a plastic bin. So I got all these supplies at the dollar store. So I'm just gonna throw them in any old way, doesn't matter. This is play. We don't have to be neat. Now, I did get this big old bag of Pom Poms. You do not need a big bag of Pom Poms like this, but I was making a few sensory bins for families that I work with. So you could get a much smaller bag. Now they come in all different colors, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about precautions when we're working with Pom Poms. When you're working with young children, we know what they like to put things in their mouths, right? So Pom Poms in this bag at least come in a variety of sizes. So if you have someone who's going to put things in their mouth, you really don't want these little ones in there because that's going to be hard. There might even be a little smaller to get out of their mouth, right? You can swipe it out of their mouth, but it's going to be a little harder. So you're going to just want to put those aside. You can put them in a separate little baggie. Keep them for when they're a little bit older, when they're no longer putting items in their mouth. And then you're going to want to go with the little bigger ones. This bag has, let's see, I'm going to dig a little bit because I didn't put a lot of the smaller ones in depending on who's I'm making it for. So we got some bigger ones and some medium ones. The little one that I'm making this one for is not putting things in their mouth. What I like about Pom Poms, and they make for a nice introduction into sensory play, is that they are pretty soft. They feel like a stuffed animal, so it's not too overwhelming for the sensory system. Whereas maybe playing with other like ooey gooey type of sensory materials can be overwhelming for a child. So I'm just gonna grab some. We're gonna start throwing it on top. And just grab the bag, just fill it up. And I love the colorful, bright ones because you can do so many things with the colorful ones, but you get what you like or what your child likes. Okay, so we'll just sweep these to the side for now. Now, another thing about putting things in their mouth, the one thing I like about Pom Poms is that usually if they put it in their mouth once, they discover it's pretty ick in their mouth, right? A wet Pom Pom in your mouth is kind of gross. Okay, so when it's time to play, like when it's first thing, you might just want to let them just look around, pull some things out, let them see it, show them what's inside the box. Just let them approach it at their own pace. Some kids might not want to touch these because they're kind of like, oh, I'm a little afraid of it. Give them the spoon and let them touch it with the spoon. Anytime somebody doesn't want to touch something, let them touch it with a tool. Could be at mealtime. Could be touch it with a fork or their spoon. Put it in a plastic baggie. Let them touch it with a baggie. But spoons are great for scooping. Right? You can even get to a point where maybe you can move them between the two spoons. Same with cups. Scooping and pouring. Scooping and pouring, and scoop into the bowl and pouring. Today we're just going to do some basics. The whisk is fun because you can kind of stab it in there and little pom-poms can get stuck. And then you can use little fingers to pull the pom-poms out. So I would just let them explore it, feel it. Of course, they're going to go flying all over your floor in your living room. They might help you pick it up. They might not. And that's okay. The point is to have fun, to start exploring, and have a good time. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll figure out a few more ways to play with pom-poms.